Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Dear Mathematics and also welcome to the chapter of differential equation. In the previous topic we have already discussed about the different types of methods that can be applied to solve the first order first degree differential equation, and we have seen there 6 types of different methods are present, and we can use the 6 different types of methods and we can prove or we can find out the general solution of first order first degree differential equation. And out of the 6 different methods we have also seen and we have also discussed about the first two, that means dy upon dx is equal to f of x, and the second one is dy upon dx is equal to f of y. That means we have already discussed about dy upon dx is equal to f of x, and the second type was dy upon dx is equal to f of y. And what are those two different type methods? Out of the 6 methods we have already discussed about these 2 methods. The first one method tells that the differentiation of the dependent variable with respect to the independent variable is in terms of only independent variable, that means in terms of x only. And the second type says that the differentiation of the dependent variable with respect to the independent variable is in terms of the dependent variable, that means y only. And we have already discussed about the 2 fundamentals, and we have also solved some of the examples based upon these 2 different methods. And in this particular video we are going to solve some of the problems, or you can say the all problems from your exercise book and based upon this first fundamental. And in the next video we will solve some of the problems of your exercise book based upon the second method, and then we will proceed towards the rest of the 4 different methods that can be used and can be solved the first order first degree differential equation, and we have to obtain the general solution. So let us see what are the problems that can be solved from your exercise book. So starting from the first bit of number 3, the problem is given that dy upon dx it is e to the power 2x plus 1 divided by e to the power x. So our first aim to shift the dx term towards the right hand side, as it is totally based upon the dy upon dx is equal to f of x. So dy is equal to e to the power 2x divided by e to the power x plus 1 upon e to the power x with respect to x, and then integrating both sides. Integrating both sides, we have it is y, then by separating or by using the algebra of integration we can have our answer. It is y is equal to e to the power x minus e to the power minus x plus c, and this is our final answer. Then moving towards to the next problem. It is the second bit of number 3, and the problem is like this: dy upon dx it is x cos x. Then according to the procedure we have to shift the dx terms towards the right hand side, that means towards the terms of the variable x. These terms are in terms of variable x, and then we have to integrate both sides. Integrating both sides, we have to integrate the left hand side with respect to y, and we have to integrate the right hand side with respect to x. And you can see that we have to apply the integration by parts method in the right hand side. So here the first function it is x, and the second function it is cos x. So by using the integration by parts method we can obtain y is equal to x integral of cos x dx minus the differentiation of x multiplied by integration of cos x with respect to x, and then whole integration of their multiplication. Then y is equal to x sin x minus it is 1 upon 1 multiplied with sin x dx, then y is equal to x sin x minus integral of sin x with respect to x. Then y is equal to x sin x minus and integral of sin x, it is minus cos x plus any constant c, and then y is equal to x sin x plus cos x plus c, and this is our final answer of the second bit of number 3. Then moving towards to the third bit of number 3. Then moving towards the third bit of number 3, the question is like this: dy of 1 dt. Here independent variable is t and dependent variable is y. Then according to the procedure, dy is equal to t5 ln t, and then with respect to t, and then we have to integrate both sides. Integrating both sides, we have integral of dy, that means we have to integrate the left hand side with respect to y, and then we have to integrate the right hand side with respect to the variable t here, and then again we have to go for the, or we have to apply the integration by parts method. So here first function is ln t, and the second function is t to the power 5. So we have to apply the integral by parts method. Then it is ln t, integral of t to the power 5 with respect to t, minus derivative of ln t multiplied with integral of t to the power 5 with respect to t, and then integral of their multiplication. Then y is equal to t to the power 6 divided by 6 ln t minus 1 upon t multiplied with t to the power 6 divided by 6, and then multiplication of 1 upon and then integral of the multiplication of 1 upon t with t to the power 6 divided by 6. But you can see that 1 upon 6, it is the constant, so let us shift this to the outside of the integrals. Then it is 1 upon 6, and then by solving we can have t to the power 5, and we have to find out the integral of t to the power 5. Then y is equal to t to the power 6 divided by 6 ln t minus 1 upon 6, it is t to the power 6 divided by 6 plus c, and then we have to go for the final answer here. Okay, I am writing here, that implies y is equal to t to the power 6 divided by 6 ln t minus t to the power 6 divided by 36 plus c, and this is our final answer of the third bit of the number 3. Then let us move towards to the fourth bit. Then moving towards to the fourth bit of number 3, and this is dy of 1 dt, it is 3t square plus 4t plus sec square t, and again here the independent variable is t. So the procedure is we have to shift the dt towards the right hand side, 3t square plus 4t plus sec square t. Then integrating both sides, we have and then we have to apply the algebra of integration, that means the basic properties. We can have 3 integral of t square with respect to t plus 4 integral of t with respect to t, then integral of sec square t with respect to the variable t here. Then y is equal to 3 t cube divided by 3 plus 4 t square divided by 2 plus tan t plus any constant c, but we have to simplify it so that we can get our complete answer, t cube plus 2t square plus tan t plus any constant c, and this is our the final answer of fourth bit of number 3. Then moving towards to the fifth bit. The fifth bit of number 3, and it is as to find out the general solution of dy upon dx, and it is given that 1 upon x square minus 7x plus 12. So first of all we have to shift this dx term towards the right hand side, and also we have to factorize this denominator x square minus 7x plus 12. So dy is equal to 1 upon x minus 4 into x minus 3 dx. Then integrating both sides, we have integral of dy, integral of 1 upon x minus 4, x minus 3, and we have to find out this integral with respect to the variable x. But here we have to apply the separation rule so that you can separate it in this manner, and then we can apply the algebra of integration, and we can find out the integral of each of the individual. And here 1 upon x minus 3 with respect to x. Then by the formula of integration we can have ln modulus of x minus 4 minus ln modulus of x minus 3 plus any constant c. And here the final answer of this, or you can say that the general solution of the given differential equation is dy upon dx ln x minus 4 divided by x minus 3, this modulus plus any constant c, because we know that from the logarithm chapter we know that log m minus log n, and it is log m upon n. So by using this fundamental we can get through the answer here directly, and this is our final answer of the number 5th of number 3. Then moving towards the 6th bit of number 3. Then moving towards the 6th bit, and it is dy upon du, and it is given as u plus 1 divided by 3u square plus 6u plus 5. Okay. For this question, first of all we have to go for the procedure. According to the procedure, it is u plus 1 divided by 3u square plus 6u plus 5 and its square root, and with respect to u. And then we have to integrate both sides. Integrating both sides, we have integral of dy, and it is integral of u plus 1 divided by square root of 3u square plus 6u plus 5 with respect to u. But you can see that the derivative of this denominator term in the square root, that means the square root function, it is 3u square plus 6u plus 5, and its derivative is 6u plus 6. That means you can multiply a 6 here and also divide a 6 here, so that our substitution method will be easy to pick up it. Let 3u square plus 6u plus 5 it is as t. Then 6u plus 6 du, it is dt, and then by taking common 6u plus 1 du, it is dt. So now we can easily put this substitution values here, substituted values, and y is equal to 1 upon 6. It is 1 upon root t, and its integral with respect to t. Then we know that the value of 1 upon root t, integral of 1 upon root t, it is 2 root t. So 2 root t plus any constant c, and then by simplifying we can have 1 upon 3 in the square root. We can put the value of t here, and that is 3u square plus 6u plus 5 plus any constant c, and this is our final answer of the 6th problem of the number 3. Then moving towards to the 7th problem of number 3. The problem is like this: x square plus 3x plus 2 dy minus dx is equal to 0. And you can see that this problem is not in the form of first order first degree differential equation, but you can manage it here and it can be solved in the form of x square plus 3x plus 2 dy is equal to dx. Okay. You can also convert this equation into the form of first order first degree differential equation, like, okay, here it is x square plus 3x plus 2 dy is equal to dx. Then by shifting this dx term towards the left hand side and here it is towards the right hand side, you can have dy upon dx is equal to 1 upon x square plus 3x plus 2. And you can see that this is the first order first degree differential equation, and it has several manners or several formats to writing the first order first degree differential equation. One format is here, and now we have to shift the x square plus 3x plus 2 term towards the right hand side. And then we have to apply the factorization method. Now we can get dy is equal to 1 upon x plus 1, x plus 2 and dx. Then integrating both sides, we have integral of dy, and it is integral of 1 upon x plus 1, x plus 2 and its integral with respect to x, and it is y is equal to 1 upon x plus 1 minus 1 upon x plus 2 and its integral with respect to x. Then just by separating, we can have y is equal to integral of 1 upon x plus 1 dx minus integral of 1 upon x plus 2 and its integral with respect to x. Then y is equal to ln modulus of x plus 1 minus ln modulus of x plus 2 plus any constant c. Then y is equal to ln x plus 1 divided by x plus 2 and its modulus plus c, and this is our final answer of the problem number 7. Seventh problem of number 3. Then moving towards the last problem of this number 3. The last problem of number 3, it is given that dy upon dt, it is sine inverse t multiplied with e to the power sine inverse t and whole divided by square root of 1 minus t square. Then dy is equal to sine inverse t e to the power sine inverse t whole divided by 1 minus t square and its square root. And we have to integrate this. Okay, integrating both sides, we have now you have to apply the substitution method. Let sine inverse t as, suppose we have taken it as p. Okay, then 1 upon square root of 1 minus t square dt, it is dphi. Now let us put them here, and here we can have y is equal to, here it is e to the power phi, and here sine inverse t is p, so p into e to the power phi, and in place of 1 upon square root of 1 minus t square and dt, I have taken here dp according to the substitution method. Then by applying the integral by parts method, here the first function, it is p, and the second function, it is e to the power phi. So let us put them here, and then by applying the integral by parts method, phi integral of e to the power phi dp minus derivative of p into integral of e to the power p with respect to p, and then whole integration, that means integral of their multiplication with respect to p. then it is y is equal to p e to the power v minus derivative of v, it is 1, integral of v e to the power p, it is e to the power p with respect to p. Then again integrating the second part, we can have y is equal to p e to the power p minus integral of e to the power p with respect to p, that means 1 multiplied with e to the power p, it is e to the power p. Y is equal to p e to the power p minus e to the power p plus any constant. Then by putting the value of a p here, then by putting the value of p here, and it is sine inverse t e to the power sine inverse t, then minus e to the power sine inverse t plus any constant c, and this is our final answer. Okay, so this is our final answer. So by this problem we are concluding the number 3 here, and in the next session we will start from the number 4, because we have already discussed about the fundamentals behind the number 4 problem, because this is in the form of a differential equation of the form dy upon dx is equal to f of y. That means dy upon dx, or derivative of the dependent variable with respect to the independent variable, is in terms of a dependent variable, and we have already discussed in the previous video. And so in the next video we will solve all the problems from the number 4 of this differential equation chapter. Till then, thank you.